Now to the question that many naysayers are asking. Is this enough? Can India really punish China just by blocking a few dozen apps? It barely makes a dent in the Chinese economy. We say this argument is flawed. First of all, the damage must not be assessed in sheer economic figures. A big part of strategy is signaling and posturing, and its significance cannot be undermined. Second, this ban is not a standalone move, it's part of a series of moves, with hopefully many more to follow. Geopolitics is not a one-act play, it's a series. The standoff with China is not over. The border issue is far from settled. India's China challenge is going to be a long-drawn battle, one that would require a slew of responses. India can contain China, but for that, India will have to deploy all three means: military, economic, and diplomatic. A series of sustained responses to mount an effective counter. And we've been speaking to experts all day, trying to assess what India's options are, and we have a list of potential retaliatory moves. Number one, the boycott of Chinese products. It's already happening in the form of a public campaign and government moves like adding a made in China filter on products. Now, realistically speaking, India can never do a total boycott of Chinese products. And for that, India needs compelling domestic alternatives on price, on scale, on quality. It won't happen overnight. But India can make a start by empowering local manufacturers, and the government is working towards that, we understand. Number two, restrictions on FDI from China. India has already done that. Rules for foreign direct investment have been amended. New Delhi can take it up by a notch by placing thresholds on the inflow of Chinese cash in particular. Number three, India could consider slapping higher tariffs on Chinese goods. And India will have to be tactical here. A blanket tariff policy is going to be hard to execute, but specific sectors of products can be targeted. For example, India could slap tariffs on items that can be easily produced at home. And we can tell you it's already work in progress. From 90 Chinese goods that are currently taxed in India, the government is mulling tariffs on 300. China is going to oppose such a move, even threaten to take India to the WTO. But that should not be a worry. China has reaped the fruits of globalization but denied foreign players fair and equal access to its markets. Throughout, Beijing has imposed tight restrictions on foreigners and refused to provide a level playing field. Speaking on the app ban today, China said that it suspects that India has violated WTO rules with its orders. Well, here's the response. Charity begins at home. Stop flouting rules yourself. When the coronavirus crisis began, India issued a travel advisory against China. New Delhi can consider not withdrawing it, even when the crisis is over. Almost immediately, this would have an impact on China's tourism numbers. According to one report, 14 lakh Indians visited China in 2017. Loss of tourists means loss of revenue. Similarly, Indian students studying in China could be asked to return, given places in Indian universities. Number five, downgrading diplomatic ties. And it is an extreme measure, but it will not be unprecedented. The United States has imposed visa restrictions on Chinese officials, a move that directly targeted Chinese Communist Party officials. India could decide to place similar restrictions on Chinese diplomats. And India's response to China would be incomplete without a military dimension. And here too, India could make a few moves. Make Australia part of the Malabar naval exercise. These are drills on the high seas conducted every year by India, the US and Japan. Australia has made repeated requests to join, but in the past India did not agree. Allowing Australia now would strengthen the Quad. The Quad, a potential anti-China bloc. And that could challenge the dragon in the Indo-Pacific. The way to deal with this threat is to create strategic alliances. India could follow this up with a comprehensive maritime response to China's border aggression. Indian naval forces should demonstrate their ability to block sea lanes. And for that, they could conduct drills around the Andaman and Nicobar Islands, an area that gives India immense geographical and military advantage. The Andaman Sea connects the eastern Indian Ocean with the Pacific Ocean. Chinese ships have been spotted in this area. Last year, a Chinese vessel tried to intrude, but Indian forces pushed it back. China has been trying to increase its presence in the Indian Ocean. Andaman and Nicobar Islands allow India to project its military power, something that China clearly sees as a threat. Like I said, countering China will have to be a comprehensive strategy with a combination of military, diplomatic, and economic measures. India seems to have already made a start.